you said he was sewing and he wanted to have a clothing line. Is that how
Flag nor fail. Yeah.
Flag nor fail. Maybe let's talk about that. I'm curious, what does that flag nor fail mean?
I often get asked, what does it mean? And there's so many different answers. And they're not necessarily like right or wrong. But in the grand scheme of things, to me, it's rooted in a bigger, deeper question. How do you define life? I believe it's defined by the impressions that you leave, not the nonsense, bullshit social media impressions, but the real life impressions. The impacts, the ability to change things. My life has always been defined by hard work and progression, and that's what always will drive me and keep me doing what I do. The brand for me is a consistent message and reminder to keep your head down, to power through, to want to be better, and to never give up.
I will get up! I will get up! I will get up! I will get up!
Flag nor fail is more than a saying. It's more than graphic tees on apparel. It's more than 3 words taken most times for just their literal meaning. It's a belief. It's an anthem. It's a battle cry. It's something to stand by. Over the last 10 years, the brand has changed. The market's changed. The industry's changed. Shit, man, the people have changed. But one thing hasn't, and that's the meaning. That's the mindset. The mindset not to give up, not to admit defeat, to push yourselves and those around you to be better, to be focused on your goals, to not stop when everybody says you're done. The mindset to believe and invest in yourself. The mindset that you can change this, that you can leave an impact, that you're the captain, you're the driver, you're in control of this show. It's your life. I shall not flag nor fail. No surrender, no defeat.
So flag as in like a white flag, which means surrender, and then nor fail. So it's a no surrender, no failure kind of motto that we went with. We were actually in a company before that in the fitness realm, and we always say that was 1 or 2 years of hard learned business. Man took very much advantage of us, and at that point in time, he had left. He was working at QVC. Do you know QVC? Home shopping?
I was on it once.
Yeah, awesome.
I was a QVC host one time.
Yeah, when we graduated, like we ended up and went to school together. He went as nutrition, but then he ended up went to art school. His parents never really wanted him to go to art school, even though that's what he wanted to do, because they're like, no, you're going to be a broke artist for the rest of your life. So he went, played football at Westchester, did nutrition, realized like, this isn't what I want to do. I want to do this. So finally went to art school. And so he worked at QVC. I was a teacher for 5.5 years. So we did like the whole normal life for a little bit. I started competing. Then we kind of got involved with a fitness company, and that's when I learned about like expos. So I started going to expos. I was like, I like this, like being around. But it was hard with teaching because have to be like, hey, I'm gonna be sick Friday and Monday, just so I can go to the Arnold, Ohio. But that business, we finally got out of that business, and it kind of left us in a really weird spot. It was like, okay, we either go back to our 9-to-5 jobs, or we do what you've always wanted to do, which was start a clothing line. So we started out of our garage with $400. We bought a press. Most of the time we had to do pre-sales because we didn't have money to buy clothes. So we would get a shirt, print on it, put it up for sale, sell them, hopefully. Like I remember we sold like 20 shirts maybe the first time. We're like, oh my God, people bought this. Like, this is amazing. So then we had to quick go buy shirts because then we had money. So if anyone was around for the first year, it used to take probably like 3 weeks for you to get shirts because we didn't actually have the shirts. We had to wait till we got money, quick go buy the shirts, come home, print them, and then ship them out. It was a disaster. It's good to remember because like we're here now and I'm in this beautiful building that we built from the ground up, and we have these beautiful presses and we have employees, but me and him both, now I didn't do like any of the computer stuff, but we did everyone's job here. So when things are going really, really slow, it's like you're on a manual, you're not even on a manual press, you're on an automatic press. Like you should be flying. And it's just, it's good because we just know what everyone's doing. It's like we did that. Like we've come from there.
So what all type of clothing do you sell?
Now it's we do a little bit of everything. Obviously it's very heavy fitness based, but we started getting into like bags and stuff, and we just our newest bag is the 𝗦𝗽cie hiking bag. Our bags are doing really well. We do swimsuits and hats and slides and bags are definitely like one of our favorite things to design. We designed our Austin, our head graphic designer, kind of spearheaded what we call the gym bro bag. And it's just like a basic book bag, but it has a compartment for your knee sleeves. It has a compartment for your shoes. It has a place for your belt to loop around so it's not sticking out. Yeah, the gym bro bag. But yeah, we do a little bit of everything.
Great. That's great. Is it a backpack?
Yeah, a backpack. Then we have duffels. And then our newest one is the 𝗦𝗽cie hiking bag. It's comes with everything. Bags are a thing right now.
Do you actually do some of the design? Do you actually like that part of it?
I do. Design? I try to. I'm more along the girl side of stuff, and then Robin Austin and his brother Drew kind of create like the guy side of things. I just kind of find things as like, oh, we should do something like this, and then but everything's cut and sew. So it's a lot harder to do. So everything's to our specs, like even our t-shirts, like we don't just buy stock t-shirts, get them in on print on them. Like they're designed and tapered how we want them, longer in the back, slimmer waist, but broader shoulders. So it's a lot harder of a process. But the clothes ends up and it's better. And it's more fitted to people like us that are like, fitness.
Right. Yeah. I know I've had a hard time sometimes finding a t-shirt, just a normal t-shirt, because I'm a small, but then I have a little bit, some spots are a little bit bigger than a small. And then, you have a wider back. Right. And then the medium, you're like swimming in the waist. So it's like hard to find sometimes. So that's one thing cool. We did. We came out with flannels. So obviously anything with sleeves, oh my gosh, I used to like, if I had to buy a flannel, I would have to be in a medium or large. When then it's just like hanging off of me. So that was one thing I was like, I want a flannel for girls with muscles and delts. So like the sleeves are bigger, like you have more room in your armpit. So because I'm generally an extra small in everything. So I actually fit in our extra small flannel, as it should be. I need to check that out and see what that's all about. And then so you guys have a supplement line as well, right?
Yeah, we do a little bit of everything.
Is it all? Do you do everything under the same roof?
So our supplements are actually, they're stored in another building. But right now this is just Flagner Fail. And then where plans are in this space over here is to build another building. And that would be the supplements.
Are you on your own property?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, wow, what a blessing. And what state again are you in?
Montana.
Montana. What a blessing. Beautiful up here.
Yeah, we love it.
That's all. How many acres do you guys have?
Well, our house is back yonder. We're on 20 acres, and then this I think is on 10, maybe 15 acres. Yeah.
That's awesome. How long have you guys been in Montana now?
6 years.
Okay.
7, yeah, about 6 years.
Best
move ever.
Right? Especially with what's going on in the world right now, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Did I hear your brother-in-law is working with you guys?
Yeah, he was our second employee. So yeah, he actually went to school for business, like business management or something, and he had a great job. I feel like he only worked like two days a week, like as a traveling salesman, like out of school. And he was making great money, had a car, like they gave him a car. And here we are, me and Rob, and we're like, hey, come to this abandoned warehouse and work for us.
Hey,
I swear, you're doing great.
Hold that thought. I got it. My little ancient dachshund is coming out of her bed.
Oh my
she probably has to go pee. I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, sorry.
That is so great. So does he live near you guys? Is he there?
He lived with us for a while, and then he and his wife bought a house, and then we moved him and his wife out here. So they're out here along with Rob's parents. Oh. My parents are all still back in Pennsylvania, but he's down. He's been such a blessing. He's pretty much what took us from this little company, and as soon as we hired Drew, that's when we started to like grow and progress and like hire more people. And then we had staff. Like he's definitely like so hands-on, like, without him, this wouldn't exist.
Well, you say that, but without you and without Rob, like it's like a work, right?
Yeah, we have I feel like you can say that about every single person that works here now. It's like same with Austin. Like if we didn't have an Austin, like none of this, I just feel like nothing's possible. Like we found our solid group of people, and like obviously Rob and I and Drew all started this from the ground, and then just finding people that work well. And then we just try to keep them as long as possible.
Right. It's finding that team. Well, obviously they are inspired by you guys as leaders. And it sounds like y'all are great leaders, and you probably lead with love. You've probably heard that before. And you have a vision that people can grasp and take hold of, and you probably allow them to feel like they're part of that vision and that they are needed. And that's what really creates that team and family efforts. And that's so fun to hear, just that it's a family owned and run business, and you guys are bringing in other people that can be blessed there and be a blessing. So that's fun. So you got the supplement line and the clothing line, and you guys have a gym, correct?
We did. So we had a public gym in Pennsylvania. We had that for many years, and I do miss it so much, but once we kind of moved away, it was very hard to manage across the United States.
For sure.
And then, so that was a difficult time. If we went back in time, we could probably fix. There was definitely there were some key players that were like, we should have hired better people maybe. But again, a blessing, but also a curse was like COVID hit, and like that whole thing and being shut down constantly. And we made most of our money. Like that's where we used to do all of our seminars and stuff, and not being able to hold events was very hard. So at that point in time, we were just like, you know what, this is just a headache. And sometimes when things aren't working and they become more of a headache than a positive things, you just sort of, even though you love them so much, and you feel like a failure, you just sort of have to like cut the ties.
Yeah.
And that it was good. It was a good move. But we have a gym here. We always, no matter where we go, we always have like a private gym. So we made sure that when we were building this, there was a beautiful space for our private gym, because obviously photo shoots and doing YouTube videos, it's nice to just be able to control everything, control the music, control the lights. There's no one in there. I get to pick out my equipment. Yeah, so it's something I'm very, very grateful for. It's hard, but I do also, when I travel, I love going to like real gyms. Like we were just in Texas and going to like both Metroflexes, because I'm not used to like training with a bunch of people around. I was like, oh my God, there's people here. Hey, look at this. Hey, watch what I can do. Yeah, there's like a motivation factor. So I do enjoy when I do travel, like going to like some really cool hardcore gyms around.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's nice to have your own thing, but it sure is nice to be around like-minded people, and to feel the energy that they provide and you provide, and it is really nice. I know I've been kind of stuck here. I finally actually went and canceled. I've been just at a Anytime Fitness because of the closeness of it, but I hated going. I hated it, and I didn't. Well, it's not that I never went, but I hated going. And I was unmotivated, and I'm like, I finally just went in and canceled it. And there's another place maybe that I will join. It's not as convenient, but I'm like, I just wasted so much money because I just didn't ever like it. But I kept holding on to it, thinking, well, I'll go in there, and I'm like, never mind. So, but
the vibe is like, and that's something that we like. Culture in a gym is so important.
I know, and I miss that.
Yes, like the atmosphere of like for me, I love like kind of like more of a hardcore gym with like blaring music. It's dark with good lighting. Like, yeah, you need to vibe with your gym. So if you're not vibing with your gym, you got to change it.
Well, I got spoiled being in my start going out, and I was at Gold's Gym Venice, like the real one, the original
Mecca.
Like before it became franchised, and everyone knew everyone, and it was a very home feeling. And therefore, those of us that were in the industry at the time, and I do miss that. And it's like it's hard because I almost compare everything to that, and I'm like, I gotta stop. It's not like that anymore, anyways. But out there, but anyways. What else you've got? Let's see, you've got an online training program, right?
Dude, DLB Daily. So that's something that like I do on a regular basis. Like I work out. So now, like, again, stepping back from competing, I'm able to do things that I wasn't doing before, like actually make money because now I have time and energy and focus, not just on this one thing. And I think that's what a lot of people get focused on, is like, no, I have to compete. And I'm doing obviously competing for me was such a blessing. I've gotten so much from it. I've learned so much from it. I think I've put in so much into it, and I still do. I still go to the shows. I still go to the Olympias. But it's so nice that they've given me a platform that now I have my own platform. So that's DLB Daily. It's my online training. I just switched from website to an app. So we're an app now.
It's an app.
Yeah.
And what do you provide your members?
So it's daily. So it's my exact training every single week. I used to do like 3 days at a time, but now I put up like the entire week, so you can kind of prepare, because some days, like leg days, you got to prepare a little bit. So every week it's full different workouts. And for me, if anyone's ever seen me work out, like, it's not easy, and it's not cookie cutter, and it's always different, and it's always changing, which I'm glad now that I have an app, because I do make up stuff sometimes, just like weird. It's like, oh, I tried this. So like being able to have videos right there. So it's beginner friendly all the way up to advanced. You can make it as hard as you want or as easy as you want. Videos are there for you. So that's why I'm always like,
you're giving people your actual workouts.
Yep. This is like my actual training.
That's awesome.
Which is.
And can people leave comments or questions there?
Yep. You
And you
can
interact
you can
with them?
review the workouts. You can message me personally. So if you have a question on something, and you do everything through the app, which is nice. So like if you want to like ask me a question, then I'm the one actually answering you. It's not anybody else. It's just me.
That's awesome. Can your members visit with each other back and forth like a forum, or is it
Yes,
just
so I think that's new to it. I think we can also start doing lives now. So like it's sort of like being set up almost like an Instagram. So you can do stories. I haven't done the live yet. It's a new feature, but you can go I guess Playbook Live. And yeah, so then you can go live. They can ask questions. They see me. And yeah, so it's a very cool tool that I'm just excited that I'm able to just be able to help more people and
right.
build confidence in people, build strong, not just physically, but most of all, like mentally, because that's what the gym did for me. It's obviously like, yes, I'm strong physically, but it's built so much more than that up here and how I handle myself and with thoughts and feelings. And yeah, you finally become aware like, no, I'm in complete control over this. Like I'm in control of what I put in my mouth. I'm in control if I go to the gym or not and what I do there. You have the ability to control what you look like and also your feelings about what you look like. So
right.
I love that.
That's awesome. But you offer so much. I think it's wonderful. And it sounds like you're very accessible, which is rare, right? Especially with 2 million followers. I mean, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.